Welcome back to TmezTv. We're going to go back to England and talk a little bit about the racing overseas because I didn't have a chance to talk about that. I'm always busy. So here's a couple clips from the trip and we'll get back to my conversation. I also wanted to thank Jay Davison, the scrapyard who owns the race car that I drove. They were nice enough to give me a hot rod. I wish I could have done better for them, but I didn't understand the racing. And big shout out to Rob of Scagness Raceway. He flew me down and made this all possible because he wanted everybody in the world to see what their racing is like in England.
It almost looks like it's getting wetter.
Okay, so I'm told it rains a lot in England, and so the racing gets rained out if you didn't race in the rain, so they race in the rain. Okay, a little bit about the format. They have groups of cars. You got the yellow group, you got the blue group, and the red group. The red group is the fast cars. Tons of people here watching because this was their big event.
Green, green, green.
Alright, so when they go green, they kind of spread everybody out because there's 36 cars on the track. And they kind of put you in groups, that way it's not too chaotic on the initial start. Ultimately, they're going yellow once somebody crashes, and they'll line up the field. So ultimately, you run down into the corner and try to shove the guy in front of you off the bottom, and you pass him. But if you don't shove him hard enough, the next time you go into the next corner, he blasts you back. One thing that was kind of interesting for me was when we tested, you really had to stick the right front with the brakes. But when you go to punt somebody, you just run it in there, no brakes. And if you don't hit somebody, you're probably going to drive it straight into the fence anyways. And I really had a hard time with that part of it. I've never just coasted it in there in a push to plug somebody.
Alright, so this is the leader. And our buddy Tom Harris from the back.
Okay, so my camera, the sound is terrible, but this is what we got. On the start, this is where I learned how this whole thing plays out, okay? Look him hang back, but then he hits everybody and kind of gets everybody to move up. Ultimately, on the start, everybody does a big shove. And it's who can stick the bottom off the corner to pick off cars. You can see he just kind of plugs some people in, shoves them off the bottom, gets underneath them. Well, let me tell you what, it's a total art form because you're driving a 800 horsepower, 3,500 pound race car on water today. All right, another restart. Big shove on the start. Watch the back of the pack. Oh, that hurt. But that's how you can go from the back to the front so fast. Typically, the red wings are the faster cars. The white and the yellow wings are the slower cars. And that just kind of lets you know when you look in your rear view mirror who's behind you. That's what some of the lights are too, just to kind of let you know some of the good guys are coming and they're going to bash you. Warning. Warning. This can be dangerous. Heavy equipment running through humans. So in USAC racing, Robert Ballou is the madman. Tom Harris is his good friend. He is running third, and he is kind of the boss over here at bullying around people. It's a man's sport for sure. you would have to be, because it hurts when you get plugged in the fence or get smashed into on a start. Oh, look at that. Tom shoved first and second off the bottom, and now he's going for the lead. Let's see if anybody plugs him at the other end. The guy running fourth, he's the guy that really challenges Tom, and these guys look like wrestlers. They're tough, and I am not. Let me just mention that. I am a fragile flower compared to these guys in England who take hits to go racing. I had a lot of fun coming out here. What an experience to get to see all the people enjoying the show. I loved all the fans there, and everybody treated me like a rock star. This is the white flag lap. Tom is coming off here for a checkered, and pretty cool they race in the rain.
Sienna, Sydney, thumbs up, smile.
Little bump start. Green, green, green.
Okay, so this is another feature where my good friend Tom Harris, he actually started on the front row, but he was a lap down. They're going to go yellow, and he's going to end up tagging the back. You can see him right here. He's going to tag the back of the field here in a bit, but on the starts, it's chaotic. It's raining, and we're about to go yellow here because they're about to block the whole track. They start 36 cars, so it's just chaotic because it's full contact racing. Okay, I think they did a complete restart because they went yellow within the first couple laps. The rules are different, but ultimately it's in order to keep as many cars on the track for the fans. If they have a crash, they'll give them a couple minutes to try to fix it so they can re-rack them and go again. Oh yeah, big plug here. Oh, he got it slowed down. And they have barriers all the way around them, so you can't hurt the car, which I was unaware of. I don't know. You hit so hard, it felt like I was bending stuff, but I'm just not used to crashing the race car in order to go forward.
So Tom needs another yellow, don't he?
He needs another yellow, yeah. No, preferably. But he's moving. Tom needs to make a yellow.
All right, so Tom caught the back of the field, and this is where you will get to see his magic work. So that guy must have known he was there because he saw the gold wing, and you're going to get shoved, so you might as well just kind of let him go if you're a back guy. So he hits those guys, moves two guys up off the bottom. Watch, does it again. Runs into this guy, shoves him up off the bottom, and wedges himself underneath him so that he can kind of use him as a cushion. It is impressive to watch the way he goes. But you see, he got shoved at the other end because he shoved on somebody, and that plugged him into that stopped car, which, you know, that's not supposed to happen, but there is a stopped car. So now you just got to get back after it. Tom Harris runs a USAC sprint car and goes to the Chili Bowl. He was in Keith Coons' car last year, so you guys will probably see him down at the Chili Bowl. Thanks so much for clicking on the channel and watching, and thanks to everybody in England that helped me get back there I had an amazing trip. We walked through London a couple days afterwards and really got to see a little bit more of the world. It was really cool to meet so many fans at the racetrack that I had actually seen at the Chili Bowl or at Sprint Week in America because they love our racing. But big shout out to Rob and his wife for inviting me out there, and the British Stock Car Racing Association for letting me be a part of their big championship week at Scagness Raceway. Thank you so much for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. And please go like and subscribe. Go check out some British stock car racing yourself. I'm out.